Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back.
Happy New Year to you too.
We hit a huge milestone a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
100 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for your support. To kick off the new year, let's talk Bitcoin.
Okay, sounds good.
Donald Trump's presidential victory and Wall Street's embrace of Bitcoin are generating a lot of buzz.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting time for the crypto markets.
For instance,
Mike Alford
right, Mike Alford?
is predicting a major price move for Bitcoin in the coming weeks,
Uh-huh.
especially with a significant options expiry approaching.
That's right. And we know Bitcoin's price already surged past $100,000 last year.
Yeah, it did.
What are your thoughts on Alfred's prediction?
Oh,
What factors could impact its accuracy?
let me think.
I know a lot of our listeners might not be familiar with how options work.
Right. Well, think of options as contracts that give you the right but not the obligation to buy or sell Bitcoin at a specific price by a certain date. When a large number of options contracts expire, it can create significant buying or selling pressure,
Interesting.
leading to price swings. Alfred is lightly referring to the fact that a large batch of Bitcoin options are set to expire soon, which could add to the volatility we're already seeing in the market.
Interesting. So the options expiry could act as a catalyst for a price move, but the direction of that move is still uncertain.
Exactly. It all depends on the overall market sentiment and various other factors at play.
Speaking of market sentiment, BlackRock's entry into the Bitcoin ETF market has been a game changer, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Their Bitcoin ETFs have already exceeded $100 billion in net assets.
Yeah. BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager.
Right.
So their move into Bitcoin ETFs is a major sign of mainstream acceptance.
Huge.
When you have an institution of that size and influence investing in Bitcoin, it sends a powerful message to other institutional investors and even retail investors who might have been hesitant before.
It really does.
It really legitimizes the asset class in the eyes of many.
It's like a seal of approval from the financial establishment.
I think so.
It's been incredible to watch BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust grow to almost $60 billion in assets under management.
Wow. Yeah.
We've also got 2 new Bitcoin ETFs filed with the SEC,
Okay.
the Bitwise Bitcoin Standard Corporations ETF and the Strive Bitcoin Bond ETF.
Okay.
Can you break down the investment strategies behind each of these for us?
Certainly, Bitwise is focusing on companies adopting the Bitcoin standard.
And what does that mean exactly?
In essence, this means companies that hold a significant portion of their treasury reserves in Bitcoin, as opposed to traditional assets like cash or bonds.
Okay.
They're betting on companies that are essentially putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to Bitcoin.
So it's not just about investing in Bitcoin directly,
No.
but rather investing in the companies that are embracing Bitcoin as a core part of their financial strategy.
Precisely. And Matt Hugan, Bitwise's chief investment officer,
Okay.
has even predicted that index-based strategies for crypto exposure will explode in 2025.
Do you think this is how mainstream investors will start diversifying into crypto?
It's certainly a possibility. Index-based investing is a popular and relatively low-cost way for people to gain exposure to a particular market sector.
Now, what about Strive's Bitcoin Bond ETF? What's their strategy?
Strive is concentrating on Bitcoin bonds, which are essentially debt securities issued by companies to raise capital that is specifically used to purchase Bitcoin.
You're saying?
MicroStrategy
Yeah.
is a prime example of a company utilizing this strategy.
It's amazing how MicroStrategy has transformed itself from a software company into what its co-founder Michael Saylor calls a Bitcoin treasury company.
Yeah.
They've been selling convertible notes and offering shares on the market to fund their Bitcoin buys.
Their
And
performance has been remarkable,
I was just going to say that.
even outpacing companies like NVIDIA.
It really makes you wonder if other companies will follow suit, right?
That's the big question.
What do you think?
Well, MicroStrategy is holding an incredible 444,000 Bitcoin in Bitcoin, worth almost $42 billion.
That's a lot of Bitcoin.
It is, their bold bet has paid off so far, but it's not without risks.
What are some of the risks associated with this Bitcoin treasury strategy?
Well, the most obvious risk is the inherent volatility of Bitcoin.
Right.
If the price of Bitcoin were to drop significantly, it would have a major impact on the value of MicroStrategy's holdings and potentially their overall financial health.
So while the potential rewards are high, the risks are substantial as well.
Exactly. It's a high-stakes game.
With all of this institutional involvement, what kind of impact do you think it's having on the Bitcoin market?
Well, Maxim Sakharov, co-founder of WeFi,
Yes, I've heard of him.
believes institutional adoption is having a stabilizing effect. He suggests that large institutions with a longer-term investment horizon are less likely to panic sell during dips, which could help reduce overall market volatility.
It sounds like institutional money is bringing a sense of maturity and stability to the often volatile crypto market.
I think so.
And with Donald Trump's upcoming presidency and his pro-crypto stance, do you think we could see even more favorable regulations for the crypto industry?
It's certainly a possibility. Some experts believe that a pro-crypto regulatory environment could attract more American institutions and investors, further fueling Bitcoin adoption.
I see.
We've already seen some groundwork laid with initiatives like the active bill proposing a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the country and the nomination of pro-crypto figures for key positions like SEC chair and crypto czar.
Those are very interesting developments if these predictions come true. 2025 could be a truly pivotal year for Bitcoin and the entire crypto ecosystem.
Yeah, it could be.
We'll definitely have to keep a close eye on how things unfold.
Absolutely, we will. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Trump's stance on crypto evolves during his presidency. He has expressed skepticism about Bitcoin in the past,
He has.
even while appointing Elon Musk as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency with a focus on Dogecoin.
That's right. Musk has been a vocal supporter of Dogecoin,
Yeah.
calling it the people's crypto.
Right.
It'll be fascinating to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, it adds another layer of complexity to the regulatory landscape.
Yeah.
We could see a more pragmatic approach from the administration,
Okay.
focusing on fostering innovation while addressing potential risks like money laundering.
Finding that balance between encouraging growth and protecting investors is crucial.
It is.
Clear and consistent regulations could actually boost investor confidence.
Absolutely. A well-regulated market could legitimize cryptocurrencies in the eyes of traditional financial institutions and provide much-needed clarity for businesses operating in the crypto space.
It seems like regulation could be a key driver of mainstream adoption in the coming years.
It definitely could be, but it's not just about government regulation.
What else is there?
Self-regulation within the crypto industry is equally important.
How so?
Crypto businesses need to prioritize transparency and accountability, building trust with investors and regulators.
Absolutely. Addressing issues like security breaches and scams, which have unfortunately been all too common in the past, is also critical.
Agreed. Strengthening cybersecurity measures across the board is essential. Crypto exchanges and wallets need to invest in robust security protocols to protect user funds.
And we can't forget about educating investors.
No, we can't.
Many people are still unfamiliar with how cryptocurrencies work and the risks involved.
Yeah, education is key. The more informed investors are, the less likely they are to fall victim to scams or make impulsive investment decisions.
So building a sustainable and thriving crypto ecosystem requires a multifaceted approach
It does.
involving governments, regulators, industry players, and investors.
Exactly. We need to have open and honest conversations about the future of crypto, recognizing both its transformative power and the potential risks.
As we head further into 2025, we can expect even more twists and turns.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a wild ride, but one thing is certain.
What's that?
Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are here to stay.
I agree.
They've already disrupted the financial landscape, and their impact will only continue to grow.
So what does this all mean for our listeners? How will these developments affect their lives?
Well, crypto is becoming increasingly integrated into our daily lives.
Like how?
Whether it's Bitcoin ATMs, crypto debit cards, or merchants accepting Bitcoin as payment.
As the technology evolves, we can expect even more innovative applications to emerge.
One area that's particularly interesting is decentralized finance,
DeFi.
or DeFi. Essentially, it's a parallel financial system built on blockchain technology that aims to create a more open, transparent, and accessible financial system.
DeFi has the potential to disrupt traditional finance in a big way.
It does. We're already seeing decentralized lending platforms, stablecoins, and decentralized exchanges.
It's amazing how quickly this space is evolving.
It really is.
And it's not just about finance.
Blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize many industries,
So many.
from healthcare and supply chain management to voting systems. It's a truly transformative technology with far-reaching implications. We're only just beginning to see its potential.
What can listeners do to stay ahead of the curve and navigate this rapidly changing landscape?
I encourage listeners to do their own research, stay informed about the latest developments, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
It's all about being curious, exploring possibilities, and staying engaged.
Exactly. The crypto world is constantly evolving, so it's important to stay flexible and adapt to the changing landscape.
What's true today might not be true tomorrow. It's all about embracing the journey and learning along the way. Who knows, maybe you'll even discover your own passion within the crypto space.
There's something for everyone in this exciting and ever-evolving world.
It's a world full of possibilities as we wrap up. I'd love to get your thoughts on something.
Okay.
Given the increasing institutional adoption of Bitcoin, the anticipated regulatory changes, and the emergence of new technologies like DeFi, what do you envision the crypto landscape looking like in 2025 and beyond?
That's a great question. I believe we'll see a continued convergence of traditional finance and crypto, leading to greater mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies.
Ah,
The growth of DeFi is another trend to watch closely.
good.
It's empowering individuals and cutting out the middleman. And remember, Nate Gerasi, president of the ETF store,
Yes.
talked about the Bitcoin treasury operations virus.
Right.
If more companies follow MicroStrategy's lead, it will be fascinating to see how that impacts the overall economy.
That's a very interesting point. It seems like we're witnessing the birth of a new financial system,
It does, doesn't it?
one that's more open, transparent, and accessible. It's all happening right before our eyes.
It is a truly remarkable time to be alive as we look ahead to the future of Bitcoin and broader crypto ecosystem, continued convergence of traditional finance and crypto, and the growth of DeFi will shape the landscape.
Yeah, it is incredible to think about all the possibilities that lie ahead. We've covered a lot of ground today, from Bitcoin's price movements and the rise of ETFs to the impact of institutional adoption and the potential for new regulations.
Yeah, it's clear that the crypto world is evolving at an incredible pace.
It really is.
As we look to the future, it's crucial to stay informed and adapt. There's a lot to be excited about.
There is. We're at a pivotal moment in the evolution of finance as we navigate this exciting new world. It's important to approach it with both enthusiasm and a healthy dose of skepticism.
I agree.
Do your own research, stay informed, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Those are words to live by in the crypto space.
They are.
Oh.
So as we kick off this new year, what final thoughts would you like to leave our listeners with?
Well, I think the key takeaway is that crypto is here to stay, and its impact will only grow in the coming years. This is an incredibly dynamic and exciting space, but it's important to be an informed participant. Stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Excellent advice. Happy New Year to all of our listeners.
Happy New Year to you, too.
We're so grateful for your support, especially as we celebrate reaching 100 subscribers on YouTube just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's incredible to see this community grow.
Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future episodes.
We'll be back soon with more deep dives into the fascinating world of crypto. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.